Chapter 1, The Search for Stillness, Why Inner Peace Feels So Distant After Trauma. Welcome back to Mindfuel Media. Today begins a deeply personal journey, not to somewhere new but to somewhere within. This is Chapter 1 of our series on inner peace, created for the brave souls walking through the quiet aftermath of pain, learning to live again. If that's you, you're not alone. This is your space. This is your time. Let's begin. Broken heart: why inner peace feels so far away after trauma. Trauma has a way of cracking the foundation we once stood on. Everything feels unfamiliar, even ourselves. Simple moments, once taken for granted, can now feel threatening, exhausting, or just unreachable. And so we search for peace, but we can't find it. Not in our surroundings. Not in our thoughts. Not even in our own bodies. But here's the truth. Inner peace isn't something you find. It's something you relearn to feel safe with. Trauma changes our inner world. It rewires the brain to anticipate danger, to be alert, always on edge, always scanning. So when the world is finally quiet, it doesn't feel peaceful. It feels suspicious. It feels wrong. It feels like the calm before the next storm. That's not your fault. That's not weakness. That's your nervous system doing its job, even though the danger is gone. So the work of healing is not about pretending everything is fine. It's about gently showing your mind, body, and soul that peace is safe again. Brain: the nervous system isn't the enemy, it's the alarm system. You can't meditate your way to peace if your body still feels like it's in a war zone. You can't affirm your way to healing if your nervous system still thinks you're in danger. And that's okay. Healing doesn't start with being calm. It starts with being kind to your alarm system. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" try asking, "What happened to me, and how can I listen to what my body is trying to say?" Your restlessness has roots. Your fear has a history. And your racing thoughts, they're just your brain trying to protect you from ever feeling that helpless again. The myth of instant peace. In a world that sells quick fixes, 30 days to Zen, or one trick to heal fast, real healing can feel frustratingly slow. But here's what the world won't tell you. Inner peace is not a destination. It's a relationship with yourself. It's not about arriving. It's about returning. Again and again. Even when your hands are shaking. Even when the past pulls you back. Even when your healing feels invisible to others. True peace is quiet. Subtle. It comes in whispers, not fireworks. It lives in moments like sitting still without panicking. Letting yourself cry without shame. Smiling because you mean it, not because you're hiding pain. Signs you're already closer to peace than you think. Let's pause here. You might not feel healed. You might not feel peaceful. But you're here. Listening. Seeking. Trying. That is peace in its earliest form. If you've ever chosen rest over pushing through, said no to something that didn't feel safe, noticed your breathing, even once, and slowed it down, then you've already touched inner peace. You've already started. It's not about being Zen. It's about learning to sit with life, without needing to escape it. And that is brave beyond words. Compass-guided reflection: where does peace live for you? Take a deep breath with me now. Inhale, and exhale. Let this question gently settle into your heart. When have I felt the closest to peace, even for a moment, in my life? Not a perfect moment. Not a problem-free day. Just a moment when you felt okay. Grounded. Seen. Safe. Maybe it was a hug that lasted a little longer than usual. The way sunlight fell across your face that morning. A song that made you cry because it understood. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Return to it often. That moment wasn't an accident. It was a seed. And seeds, when nurtured, become forests. 3 simple practices to begin building peace. You don't need to fix everything. Just start small. Here are 3 gentle ways to reconnect with peace today. 1. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise. Name 5 things you can see. 4 things you can touch. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. This helps anchor you in now, where peace lives. 2. Place a hand on your heart. Yes, really. Right now. Feel your heartbeat. Say to yourself, this body has carried me through everything. I honor it. That's peace. 3. Write yourself a note. 1 sentence. Start with, I am learning to feel safe again. Let the rest flow. Sunrise, you're not late to healing. If you've been blaming yourself for not being over it yet, stop. Healing isn't a race. It's not linear. And inner peace doesn't come on command. It comes when you stop chasing it and start creating space for it to arrive. Even if your heart still aches. Even if your thoughts still spiral. Even if you wake up afraid. You are not broken. You are healing. You are becoming. And in that becoming, peace is already waiting. Thank you for listening to Chapter 1 of this journey toward inner peace. In Chapter 2, we'll explore how trauma distorts your self-image and how to reclaim your sense of wholeness. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You're doing far better than you know. Subscribe to @Mindfuel Media 101 and continue this journey with us.